At this point, you have a reasonable idea of how things go when things go right. As seen before, a few different things work in unison to perform perfect stitches. Simple oversights can cause problems and leave the sewer frustrated. I'll be using my old, almost indestructible workhorse for these demonstrations, as I am sure it will not be damaged in the process. Why does the machine not function when the foot is up? Not a good sound. This is one of the most common errors for beginners and will cause a bit of panic. In this up position, it is possible to withdraw the needle thread without restriction. When lowered, two out-of-sight discs are engaged. They pinch and release the thread during each stitch. They control the thread to the bobbin below the needle plate. Therefore, when the foot is up, the discs do not work, and the fabric can be removed after stitching. Missing the take-up lever while threading. As mentioned, the take-up lever is synchronized with the disc mechanism. As the name hints, it is responsible for releasing the required thread and then taking up the slack again. When it is not threaded, it cannot do its job, and the machine is not happy. Missing the bobbin tension mechanism and inserting the bobbin wrong, that is, clockwise. Some machines are quite forgiving in this regard and won't make a big fuss of this one. Others will leave bobbin thread in loops on the upper side of stitches. Quite logical if you consider nothing is controlling the flow of the bobbin thread. You can hear the rattling of the bobbin as it gives thread uncontrolled. While the take-up lever and the discs are hard at work, an additional tension mechanism is controlling the flow of the needle thread. This comes into play when different fabric weights are sewn. Less or more thread is required to hold the layers together without puckering or being too loose. 0 is predictably nothing at all, while the upper numbers exert the most tension. Machines will stitch most fabrics well between the marked or middle numbers. Adjust the tension in small increments of half a number and see how it affects the stitch quality. Inspect your stitches after the test. A needle thread showing on the underside is perfectly acceptable. Bobbin thread on the upper side is not. It is worth the time to get all the machine settings just right for the materials before starting your project. A stitch in time saves 9. The anecdote. This sewing proverb was first seen in a book in 1723 with a very silly long title. Thomas Fuller's Mnemologia. Adages and proverbs, wise sentences and witty sayings, ancient and modern, foreign and British. However, he said it more tentatively. A stitch in time may save 9.